Okay, time for mission number, what's this, 5? Honestly, do all three of these missions, like, is there any particular mission 3, mission 4, mission 5? I know I listed this one as mission 3, this one as mission 4, and then this one would be mission 5. But, heck, if you wanted to, this could be mission 3. Anyway, on this one.
The city of Kaliningrad is only 20 miles away from the Polish border. In your opinion, General, how long would it take an armored brigade to reach it?
Using Highway E28, they could cover this distance in less than a day for sure. But our tanks are stored in Germany and won't be here for several days. And last time I checked, you told me the Poles won't intervene.
Indeed, they won't enter Russian soil without first ensuring full support from the rest of the EU. But what if I convince them to lend us some of their newly acquired Abrams tanks?
Well, that changes everything. Our crews have already been airlifted from Germany and are waiting for the machines. We're talking hours, not days this time.
Then, consider it done. I'll make the necessary arrangements.
Williams, situation please.
The first Polish tanks have been transferred to our crews, but it'll take several days before we can reach full capacity.
Enemy activity in the region?
The Russians seem pretty disorganized as well. There's a lot of movement, but nothing very coordinated.
Then we won't give them time to come to their senses. We'll act immediately and seize the initiative to keep them off balance. Williams, organize an ad hoc armor company team with whatever you can find. Commander, you will lead this armored spearhead and open the way to Kaliningrad for the rest of our forces. Rush forward, don't stop at anything, don't even slow down, and ram through the toll gate.
So, a basic Thunder run, then. Also, I'm sorry, the Poles not intervening. Look, ever since Vladimir Putin started his EU defense spending stimulus package plan back in February 2022, it would be easier to list. It would be easier to make a list of the stuff that Poland hasn't bought. I'm not kidding either. You could make a list of weapon systems that the United States and South Korea have been selling, and it would legitimately be easier to make a list of stuff Poland has not bought. The list would be smaller, and it would be easier to organize. And besides, I hope the Polish tank crews don't know what you plan on doing with those tanks, because if they did, you wouldn't be able to blow them out of said tanks with dynamite. If there's any country that wants to fight the Russians, it's the Poles. Although I will say, it is kind of nice to see that the General and Miller appear to be at least working together, if not necessarily getting along. Those tracks are gonna do horrendous things to that pavement.
We're approaching the border. We've received reports of Russian troops establishing defensive positions along the highway.
Don't give them time to reinforce their positions, Commander. Move quickly and secure the first checkpoint rapidly.
Thank you. Okay, so what am I playing with? Got a pair of CFVs, a quartet of M1A2 SEP V M1A2 SEP V2s. Interesting. They were talking about SEP V3s in the briefing, but that's fine. And I basically don't get any income. Cav Scouts, Javelin, Mech Rifleman, SEP V2 trophy. Or an A4 Bradley with what looks like Busk 3. M. Shorad with the Hellfires. And no armor kit, interestingly enough. An M548 or a mortar carrier, M1287. With no armor kit. Okay, what do we got? TOW 2s. Those definitely have the armor kits. I kind of wish I could. But oh well. CFV also has APS. Okay, so. I think that'll put the CFVs behind the Abrams. No, that's not what happened.
Reconnaissance, ready for action. Roger, we're on the move. Move backwards! Heavy cavalry ready for action. Driving to coordinates. Recon vehicle ready. Roger, moving out. Armored transport standing by.
I'm just trying to see if I can finagle this, because I would prefer the CFVs to be behind the Abrams, and basically using the Abrams as a giant physical wall of metal. But that's not what it appears. Oh, that worked. Good.
M1 Abrams warmed up and ready to go.
No. Because that's going to put the Bradleys.
Solid copy. Moving out. Bradley fighting vehicle reporting in.
That's going to put the Bradleys right next to the,
Recon vehicle standing by. Roger. Moving to next waypoint. Troop transport ready.
preferably I would like, again, preferably I would like the tanks in the front, and then well, at least I wasn't reading that. The tanks in the front, and then the recon vehicles, and then the,
Bradley ready for combat.
Bradleys behind those.
Moving out.
So I'm assuming we're just going to be making our way down this highway. So,
Troop transport standing by. Good copy. Next waypoint received.
No sign of enemy presence at checkpoint Alpha, sir.
Good, we beat him to the punch. Williams, establish a supply point here. Make sure we have a constant flow of ammunition and spare parts to keep up the pace.
At once, sir.
Commander, continue toward the next checkpoints. Our vehicles are equipped with active protection systems designed to intercept incoming missiles and RPGs, so don't hesitate to jump into the middle of the fray. Shock and awe!
you mean like that? Okay, so we have a spawn point for ground vehicles. And we can apparently get more tanks. What do we got? LMTV and a Hammett. Is that armor? Is that the armor package? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the armor package. Does the LMTV have an armor package? No, it does not, but it looks like it has an M240. Also, I don't think the LMTV was covered in, the last beta, but then again, the only experience I have for that is, the November beta. Okay, so the AI appears to be smart enough to engage a vehicle that has recently deployed its APS. I think that seems to be what's going on here. Conkers. Oh, well, that's not a big threat. That's not much of a threat. Too big of a threat. Conkers. Yeah, we've got like 1,300 millimeters of HE protection on Conkers, if memory serves. At best, had, what was it, like 11, 10-ish damage, and about 750 to 850 millimeters of pen, 900 at most, which means that Conkers would be doing, we need about 4 missiles. 4 or 5, give or take, to actually take out a set V2. Now, what would be more notable is if we get to around the side. That's probably going to be a 3rd point, and then a 4th there. And then I'm guessing that's going to be a 5th, and there's a spawn point over there. A mixed spawn point.
Recon vehicle is good to go. Moving as ordered. Someone asked for a ride? Moving out.
And Resvedka. Okay, so they had a reconnaissance team there. And motor rifles there. And then they're about to immediately turn around and switch fire onto that motor rifles team. And they are going to have a very bad day. Oh, and the other Bradleys are engaging as well with their Bushmasters. Like I said, very bad day. Also, it appears that this is a complex for something. I wonder, like, I'm legitimately curious how based on reality these maps are. Like, Hawks 2, for example, was supposed to be based off of, or supposed to use maps that were based off of real places collected by the GOI-2 satellite. That was something that they basically advertised at the start of the, also, is that road? Oh, that'd be kind of steep. but I wonder how um, realistic these maps are, if they're based off of anything.
Abrams engaged in combat.
Ammunition troubles. Got dinged.
Heavy armor is ready to rumble.
I'm trying to remember if Rezvedka's the one that had the
Armor moving out.
I'm trying to remember if Rezvedka was the one that had the
Roger, we're Oscar Mike.
shoot, what's it called? The RPG-30, the thing that APS wouldn't trigger on. I don't think so. What is that? More motor rifles, firing more dinky RPGs.
Checkpoint Bravo is under our control, sir. Enemy defense eliminated.
Perfect. Keep up the pace, Commander. Williams will set up resupply points at each checkpoint as you progress. Take what you need to rearm your units, but be quick. The more you wait, the stronger the enemy defense will be. Moving to shooting position. Personal carrier here. Already there.
Well, I was going to resupply them. But, fire team, fire team, fire team. Fire team? I don't remember that unit being in the game. Or not in the what's it?
Roger, moving out.
No.
Heavy armor in combat. Good copy. Next waypoint received. Armor transport ready. Moving there now.
In the decks. I don't remember there being a fire team unit, so I'm interested to see what that is. I'm guessing all these LMTVs are going to be the same. I am a little surprised these Hemmets don't have a machine gun, but... eh. What do we got here? M3A3 Bradleys, which... means they don't... I think that means they don't have the upgraded engines. Set V2, Set V2, Set V2... AMPVs, and then Hemmets. The AMPV appears to be a basic AMPV, which means that these don't have APSs. Okay. So I'm guessing those are all basic vehicles without upgrades. That's the BMP2. Progress rapidly. Okay. So I can't necessarily wait around.
Moving out. Heavy cav in combat. Heavy cav is on the field. Heavy cav engaged in combat. Heavy armor is on the field.
Okay.
Smoke screen.
So if they deploy smoke... I think they adjusted the properties of these active protection systems. Although I will deploy smoke. Huh. What's that? PT... what? PTRK Conkers. I'll have to look that unit up.
Reconnaissance standing by. Roger. We're on the move.
There was a BMP-3 in here, if memory serves. Another Conkers team! How cute. Also, I should have... there it is. A fire team. An M2 Browning team. How many people are those? Oh, how many people are those LMTVs carrying? 12? Oh, yeah, the LMTV, if memory serves, has a maximum capacity of 14. I'm guessing that APS did not stop that. And that's because it doesn't have any more charges left. And there's a T-72 over there. And a BMP-2 over there. With what looks like a melts. Okay, yeah, that's not going to be a problem. Now, can these guys see... I think a couple of them can see that tank.
T-72 tanks are no match for our Abrams. But keep your distance. A close-range shot will still pierce through our armor.
Yes. Somebody seems to be firing grenade launchers. I hear them. Oh, so that LMTV... oh, they're firing grenade launchers. Ha! Okay, well, that's a problem. Scouts, scouts. Are those from this, like, the Striker Calf deck? You mean like that?
Continue your progression, Commander.
Someone call for a cab? Get your asses out of my vehicle! Bradley fighting vehicle, at your orders! Roger. Moving to next waypoint. Heavy cab engaged. Smoke screen deployed. Heavy armor is ready to rumble. Defensive smoke! Recon vehicle. Send traffic. Over.
There it is. No machine gun, interestingly enough.
Bradley fighting vehicle ready. Heavy cab. Ready to roll. Popping smoke.
Now, if they had artillery, this would not work. But because those missiles are manually guided, and the AI apparently doesn't try and shoot into the smoke, wow, they used all those supplies.
Troop transport. Standing by. Mission's over. Let's head back to base.
Oh, there's supplies right here.
Someone asked for a ride? Copy. Relocating.
So I'm guessing I have to complete the mission within the timer. Okay, that's no big deal. That used to be a BMP-2. Do I have anything new in the deck? No. I could grab a few more tanks if I wanted to, but... Where's the next vehicle? It's back here. That's a Cornet team. That's not nice. Oh, that BMP-2 is totally getting junked. Oh, that's an MTV, not an LMTV. Does not appear to have the armor package, though. Scouts, troopers. Which I think is Striker Cav. And although fire team, I do not remember ever seeing a fire team. I have a nagging suspicion, and this is gonna bug me. Is that something that was supposed to be in the Striker Cav deck, and then just like wasn't? Because 4 men would, or the airborne deck, but the airborne deck's the only deck I could think of that would support a 4-man squad size, at least in a way that otherwise wouldn't. Because, you know, you can argue that, yeah, the strikers would support 2 of them, but they have a seating capacity of 9. The reconnaissance version strikers, a seating capacity of 6. Anyway. Like I said, that guy just... Oh, that guy had a bad day. That's a tow BB. You think that's gonna be effective? Okay, I don't know. I honestly don't know what killed that. Either the shot from the Abrams or the oh no, that's not a tow BB. The tow BBs are what the engineering vehicles carry. That would be a tow 2. That would be a tow 2B. So yeah, that would go right through that thing's armor. T-72B1. That thing is. Oh, hang on. That thing just got a sabot to the face and is already experiencing problems. That, I'm guessing, is the next checkpoint, and then we will move on to Kaliningrad.
Heavy cab, ready to roll.
Oh, what's this? A BMP-2. Where'd you come from?
Bradley fighting vehicle at your command, sir. Moving there now. Heavy cavalry ready for action. Abrams here, we're engaged. Heavy armor here, we're engaged. Armored is rolling out. Bradley fighting vehicle reporting in. Roger, moving out.
So the AI seems to focus fire on a single vehicle when it comes to things with active protection systems. That's kind of nice. Now, if I was taking my time, what I would do is I would basically drive the Cav Bradleys along the ridges above the road instead of along the road behind the tanks, but apparently the game doesn't want me to take my time. To be fair, this is basically Thunder Run.
Heavy armor in combat. Heavy cab in combat. Driver, move out. Full throttle. Abrams engaged in combat. Already there. Armored transport reporting in. Moving out. One more checkpoint, and the road to Kaliningrad will be open, Commander.
Sir, the activity on our flanks is starting to worry me. Several of my positions have been probed, which could indicate an imminent attack.
It could also be isolated units trying to find their way. No need to overreact. Our priority remains to capture the last checkpoint. An armored brigade is preparing to move as we speak. As soon as the road is open, I will send them through.
You know, yeah, honest, if I'm gonna be entirely honest, I kind of like Bennett. But if I'm also gonna be entirely honest, I think he's an idiot. What was that, A6 Paladin? Yeah, that's the A6s. The A7s have The A6 or the A7s have an RWS. How much time do I have? 12 minutes. I'm trying to decide if I have enough time to resupply the tanks. Are those carrying supplies or just infantry? Looks like just infantry.
Roger, we're Oscar Mike.
Nope, my missiles got to you first.
Troop transport ready. Pedal to the metal.
Crunch. Oh no, here comes a Hemet with supplies, so I don't
Sir,
take.
a large enemy group has been spotted on our flank, heading toward checkpoint Charlie. My reconnaissance units won't be able to hold them back for long. I need backup.
Understood. Commander, send back some of your troops to assist Williams. Keep the pressure on the enemy if you can, but pause the assault if necessary. Our logistic line must not be severed.
Okay, so checkpoint Charlie. What are we dealing with? BTR-82s, Cornets. Is it Charlie? Can I pick up another 4? No, I can only pick up 3. Okay, fine. Yeah. No.
Pedal to the metal. Copy. Relocating. Rolling. Get that engine running.
At the very least, I could send back the Bradleys. B1s. And to be fair, the Bradleys would get there before the tanks and the other vehicles would. Even though I have no idea what path the tanks are taking. Actually, no, that is a more sensible option. Is to send the,
Bradley fighting vehicle ready.
is to send the Bradleys back. Because I'm not really using them for anything.
Roger, we're Oscar Mike.
I do not yet have a need to reinforce those positions. Oh, okay, so that's what they're doing. They're taking a side road. Alright, cool.
Armored transport ready. Roger, we're on the move.
I mean, Williams guys seem to be holding their own just fine, so... What exactly did you want me to do again? Splat.
Bradley, ready for action. Good copy. Next waypoint received. Reconnaissance is good to go. Driving to coordinates. Personal carrier ready. Roger. Moving to next waypoint.
Anyway, I've been idle for long enough.
M1 Abrams ready for action. Bring us there in 10 seconds, not 10 fucking minutes. Our vehicle took a hit. We need maintenance. Right here. We're in combat. Bradley fighting vehicle at your command, sir.
From there, what can they see? Not a whole lot.
Bradley ready for action. Driver, move forward.
No, that's still a BMP-2. Okay. Okay, so I've still got 5 minutes. And there's a couple of BMP-2s over there. Those aren't going to be much of a problem. All things considered. And we have an elevation tool, which is very useful. And that vehicle's... Oh, hi! I'm aware, Williams.
and smoke grenades at the supply depots I'm setting up along the highway.
I'm aware. That was, unwelcome surprise. And I was...
Captured, sir.
Finally, Kaliningrad, here we come. The brigade is in marching order and ready to go. I'm giving them the order to move immediately.
Sir, our flanks are still threatened, and my troops can't hold their own. My defenses around Checkpoint Charlie are being probed again.
I know. Commander, use your troops to assist Williams now. Make sure we keep control of the highway and ensure safe passage to the vehicles of the armored brigade. Heavy cav, ready to rumble.
Okay, well, that went sideways.
Friendly fighting vehicle standing by. Copy. Relocating. Heavy cab, ready to roll.
Okay, so that's 2 vehicles lost so far. That's a bit of a pest. And I need to back up Charlie. How many? Well, I don't have many points. That's the problem. Protect the column.
Or get out of my way.
Okay.
Someone after a ride?
I can use the IFVs again. Which, if I'm going to be entirely honest, is probably the better idea.
The column is on the move and has reached checkpoint Alpha, sir.
Combat potential of this armored brigade must be maintained until it reaches Kaliningrad. So make sure there are no enemy units in its way.
Well, I mean, the road is clear. The sides are a slightly different matter. Cornet, cornet. Cornets are not nice.
M1 Abrams, warmed up and ready to go. Moving to shooting position.
Can you take care of this
The
problem?
column has reached checkpoint Bravo, sir.
Hunt down the remaining enemy groups roaming around checkpoint Charlie, Commander. Keep the column safe. I'm assigning you a pair of Apache helicopters to provide overwatch. Make sure the column of vehicles reaches checkpoint Echo without taking losses.
Thank you. What are these exactly? 64Ds. Okay.
Heavy armor is on the field. Solid copy. Moving out. roads on the sides of the highway to avoid getting stuck in traffic.
Chopper hit. Evaluating damage. Apache at your command. Flying there now.
Well, that's... a bit of a pest.
Apache copies. Heavy cav is on the field. Rolling.
The conga line of death.
Apache gunship. Personal carrier here. Friendly fighting vehicle. At your orders. Armored transport reporting in. Passes out.
That's Estrella.
The column has reached checkpoint Delta, sir.
Numerous enemies are converging on checkpoint Echo, Commander. Don't let them reach the highway. Use your troops as a buffer.
Okay, cute.
Apache ready for combat.
Did they not? No.
Armored transport standing by. Prepare the vehicle for transport. Get out in 10 seconds, not 10 fucking minutes.
Let's see what we've got here. Infantry, BTR. Anything of note over here? BTR.
Sir, we've detected at least one large enemy group heading toward checkpoint Echo, and I'm waiting for confirmation on 2 potential other groups.
It looks like they're sending everything they have left. Hold tight, Major. Head back towards checkpoint Echo as soon as you can, Commander.
I'm at
This armored
Echo.
column must keep moving. Stopping now would turn it into a gigantic pinata for a tactical nuke.
More T-72s.
Heavy armor is ready to rumble. Armored transport reporting in. Troop transport ready.
Oi.
Everyone dismount. Heavy cavalry ready for action. Driver, move
So far I've lost 3 vehicles. Not bad. What's going on over here? They just killed a BTR-82. Cool.
Abrams here. We're combat ready. Moving to shooting position. Personal carrier ready. That's it for today. Let's go back to base.
I find that protect the column is a secondary objective and not a primary objective. It's taking you that long to kill those guys with an M230? Really? Okay.
Apache is combat ready.
And they only have 2
The
Hellfires
column
left.
has finally reached checkpoint Echo, sir.
Abrams ready.
One last push and we're there. Don't let the enemy hit it now. That would be so stupid to fail so close to reaching our goal.
Oh, they've got a T-72 over there. That's not nice.
Roger. Moving out. Apache on the warpath. Heading there. Apache here.
The full brigade is on its way to Kaliningrad. I cannot wait to see this armored fist knocking at the gates of the city. And all that with minimal losses under your command. That's impressive.
Okay, well that wasn't necessarily hard. Provide safe passage. Don't call any reinforcements. Don't lose a single vehicle. Huh. Could I do that without calling reinforcements? Depends on if they count the helicopters reinforcements. A 9.27 KD ratio. Alright. Well, I mean, what's next? Besides Kaliningrad.